Due to coverage of day one of Budget 2011 starting at 2:20 here on 1 and 3 o'clock on RT2. Now, Shortland Street.
When I said I'd go halves, I don't know what you were planning.
It's fine, I'll pay for it all, it's not a problem.
I thought we had an agreement.
If you ask me, after the year he's had, he deserves to be spoiled. So this is what I get for trying to do what's best for my son.
This is what you get for trying to mould him in your own image.
Stupid of me, really, when obviously his mother is a much better role model. When she's not hitting the drugs, she's throwing herself at work colleagues she hardly knows.
You know what, Chris? If it's going to be like this every time we talk, I think I'm about ready to let the lawyers do it for us. There's one thing I should have learned by now. You don't threaten a Warner with legal action unless you're pretty damn sure of yourself. He'll have been straight on the phone to his Uncle Garth, I can guarantee it.
Well, what's Uncle Garth got to do with it?
Oh, he's only the best damn lawyer family connections can buy.
Ah, but does he do divorces?
If he doesn't, there'll be somebody else, some hotshot Chris went to school with, probably. Oh, what was I thinking? I've practically invited him to take Harry away from me.
Well, it's not like that anymore. Divorce is one thing, custody of a child is another. The family court basically don't want to see you unless you've been through round after round of mediation.
Sarah, I know the drill better than I'd like.
Really?
You weren't here for round one. It was years ago, before we got married.
Well, that was then. This is different.
Now he has a lot more ammunition.
I just think it's a bit early to be jumping to the worst possible conclusion.
All I really wanted was a say in Harry's schooling. Apparently I'm not even allowed that.
What, Chris won't even talk about it?
Oh, he talked. At me. But did he listen? Fat chance.
I'm sure his ears pricked up when you mentioned lawyers.
That's what I'm scared of. What do I do now?
Proceed with caution.
What does that mean?
It means that I'm a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. Maybe you should call one. Find out where you stand.
I think I know that already.
She spent the entire party bad-mouthing St. Bart's. Any opportunity to make a dig about my so-called bad parenting. And she's in there, boots and all. The moment I try to defend myself, she's threatening legal action. Just when I thought things were back on an even keel.
What's your idea of an even keel, exactly?
Hey?
Well, I hate to say it, mate, but if you're trying to get things back the way they were, I don't fancy your chances.
We should be able to talk, though, for Harry's sake.
Well, you see, I reckon there's more to it than that. If it was only about Harry, you two would be sorted by now. What you two need to do is work out what you want from each other. See? Didn't know how to sight degree as well, did you?
One thing I do know, if Tony wants a fight, she's got it.
Obviously has a lot on his mind.
He's been under a lot of pressure lately.
Oh, don't I know it? Probably responsible for half of it.
I was thinking more about his personal life.
Aha. Empathizing with the boss, huh? You be careful about that.
What do you mean?
Well, honey, you just make sure it's a two-way street, huh? Wonder if he realizes you're overdue for performance review.
Oh, I'm sure he does. He'll probably get around to it this week. Besides, I'm pretty sure he's happy with my work.
Well, he'd be a fool not to be. No reason to make excuses for the man. All the more reason to put him on the spot.
Pardon?
Well, never mind about Chris's happiness. What about yours? What do you want? Don't be afraid to say more money. It's usually at the top of most people's list.
Listen, I'm really sorry about what happened. It's okay. No, I shouldn't have given Jay to someone else. I wasn't thinking.
You had to do something, I suppose.
Yeah, but you were right. I should have called. It would have only taken a minute.
Like, it doesn't matter.
It must have been so scary when you didn't know where he was.
It was. That's why I went off at you yesterday. My nerves were all over the place.
Of course.
I shouldn't have yelled at you like that, though. It was way over the top.
I would have been worse. I know I would.
I guess I'm a bit strung out at the moment anyway.
Finally, she admits it. It's nothing to be ashamed of, you know. Show me a first-time mother that doesn't get a bit frazzled now and then.
And it must be hard when you're working.
It is a bit.
Well, let me know if you ever need a babysitter. When I'm not on duty, I mean.
Thank you, I will.
Where are you racing off to? Sit down and have a cup of tea with your mother.
I just had one.
And that was breakfast, I take it.
That's all I had time for.
Oh, Maya. Well, make sure you have a proper lunch.
11:15 is good for me. I'll see you then. Libby, what can I do for you?
My performance review. I really should have had one a couple of weeks ago. I'm not complaining, just mentioning.
You should have mentioned it sooner. Is that your personnel file?
Oh, you don't have to do it now?
I'll feel bad if I don't. And to save you asking, yes, you are more than due a pay rise.
Really?
I couldn't have got through last year without you. It's got to be worth something.
No, that's... yeah.
How does 5% sound?
Great.
Done.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
I keep thinking about what she said yesterday, about not getting any support.
It's not true. Don't listen to her.
I know that we're all keen to look after Jay whenever we get the chance, but maybe that's not what she needs.
What do you mean?
Who's looking after Maya? That's the question.
Oh, she'll be all right. She's still adjusting to being back at work.
Back too soon, if you ask me. And who's to blame for all of that? You, me, and Libby for dragging her away from Thames.
Do you really think she was any happier there?
At least she had a few friends.
Bunch of lesbians sitting around braiding each other's armpits here.
And cooking regular meals. You couldn't fault them for that.
I cook.
When?
This afternoon, Amaya's not working, neither am I. I'll make lunch and she can spend some time with Jay.
Lovely. That's exactly the sort of thing she needs.
I'll let you file these. I'm sick of the sight of them.
Oh, this is the paperwork that you've been battling with.
It wasn't a battle, just boring.
Well, now you've got that out of the way, you'll be ready to enjoy a nice afternoon off. And Tanya is making lunch for us.
Us now, is it?
Do you want my help or not?
Mum, I do eat.
Half a muffin is all she's had this morning.
No, honestly, you don't have to.
We want to.
Why?
Well, you've had a rough couple of days and we just want to do our bit to help.
You guys help me all the time.
That makes a change from yesterday's version.
Mum.
I'm sorry. Seriously, I'm the one who should be doing something for you. I owe you.
Oh, don't be silly.
What time do you finish work?
About 1. And I'll be straight round to your place with my penny on.
I'll be way ahead of you. I'm cooking lunch. No arguments.
What, you mean a cash settlement as well as child support?
Plus you're sharing the house.
Oh, I'll never get that, no way. Chris is going to have a top lawyer batting for him, dredging up every mistake I've ever made.
Then there's spousal support.
Okay, hang on. This isn't just about the money. It's about Harry, about having a say, not shaking his father down for everything he's got.
Hit him hard in his finances, you'll be better positioned to bargain on everything else. That's how it works.
I say black, she says white. I say private school, she says public school. I say we skip the namby-pamby counselling and mediation and go straight for the courts, because that looks like the only way we're going to sort things.
And you do have a strong case,
But New Zealand courts tend to favour the mother, yeah. Don't tell me, I've heard it all before.
nevertheless, I'm still confident.
Really?
As long as you know what you're getting into. It won't be pretty. It won't be quick either.